Hello there, my lovely darklings. Welcome to another live video. And I am excited to do some live readings. I haven't done live readings in so long. A lot of you OG, my day ones, y'all will know that I used to do live readings years ago, like before 2020, before times. And I haven't done readings in a while online. And of course, I would show my stuff like through stories or through certain posts a year ago, but I still haven't showcased myself doing a live reading in a long time. Not out of fear of anything, because I do readings professionally. I do readings quite literally all the time, but I don't really show them online. So today is the day. So I want to do live readings today, and it's a first come, first serve basis. So I'm going to warm up my cards and let anyone who wants to get a one card reading, just one card, to ask their question. And I always do shadow work readings. And shadow work readings are basically just, in my opinion, they're just ways to help you ascend. They're just ways to help you transmute your darkness. So I don't do anything about should I still be with this person? Should I take this job? No, let's go deep here. And honestly, we can just be general, because a lot of the time when I work with clients, their readings are general. They're just like, you know what, Jamila, I have no idea what I want to ask. Just tell me what spirit is trying to tell me. So yes, once again, I do shadow work readings. I don't do like love and romance. I don't do like, if you're trying to ascend, that's what we're here about in Madame Mystique Noire. We are here to transmute, to transform, and transcend. We're all here to transform our fears into love, transform our darkness into empowerment. And that's what my readings are all about. So once again, hello, how are you doing today? Thank you for everyone that just joined. I'm going to begin this lesson. I'm going to begin this live with doing 3 readings for 1 card. So 3 people, first come, first serve. Whoever wants to have their card read, I will get to you in a timely fashion in order. But just let me know in the comments, which is an emoji, probably just like a arm raise emoji. Just let me know, and I'll pull 1 card for you and spend about 5 minutes on it. So I'll let you do that now. And in the meantime, I'm just going to warm up my cards. In the meantime, also enjoy some Black Witchery. Book your reading with me at Madame. But yes. So definitely let me know if you would like your card read, because I got you. And let me just do this. Not so silent. Awesome. I got you. I'm going to see if there's another person too, so I can just get that out the way. So not so silent. Thank you in advance for your patience, because I'm going to warm up my card. I hope you're doing well too. Thank you so much. Wonderful. So yeah, let me just pin this comment. Wonderful. Okay. So I'll start warming up my cards. All right, perfect. But yes, I love myself some readings. I do readings professionally. I've been doing readings since 2018, I believe. And it's been so much fun. Oh my gosh. I just love using my insight, because that's one of my gifts, is insight. That's why I just love offering people stuff, because I just get like my intuition is so strong and I get channeled so easily that it's amazing. I'm really, really grateful for that. Okay, so I'm just going to warm up my cards, not so silent. And then, did you just want a general question? Like anything just in general? Because that's what I usually do anyway. If it's just in general, awesome. And if not, let me know what your question is. Okay, so I'm just going to warm up my cards. Give me 1 second, please. And hello that everyone just joined. Yeah, general one is okay. Perfect. Not so silent. Love that for you. Those are my favorite readings, because, you just let spirit go all the way in. Okay, let's see. Give me 1 second, please. So just a general one, not so silent? Okay, so just a general question, and I'll just give you one card. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, nice. So, not so silent. I have a Page of Pentacles for you. By the way, I'm using my Knight of Sun tarot deck. This is my Shadow Work tarot deck. I always use for things just like this. So, it is the Page of Tentacle. Tentacles. That would be hilarious if it was a Page of Tentacles, but Page of Pentacles. And what I'm getting here, so first of all, a pentacle in tarot, and me too, this is such a cool, it's dark, it's like almost kind of witchy as well. But when I get pentacles, I get earth-based stuff, grounded stuff. I get, when it comes to foundation, when it comes to money, when it comes to stability. And what I'm getting here, not so silent, especially with how this page is crouching. This page is crouching very sinisterly and very weirdly, and like I'm not too sure what is happening. I need you to trust in the divine order and chaos of life, because what I'm getting here is that there is a lot of not wishy-washiness within your life, but I'm getting here that you're so not grounded. You're able to be swept up by your emotions and swept up by all the circumstances that are happening in your life. I need you to remain solid. I need you to remain solid and steadfast in the fact that you are always safe. Because even if you're in a situation right now that is seemingly to be weird, and let me know if this resonates at all, not so silent. Even if you're in a situation right now that makes it seem like everything is like falling apart and you're doing like, this person is very firmly grounded. This page is very firmly grounded. I need you to be firmly grounded in this way, because you are always going to be okay. I know it doesn't seem like it right now, and I know that things are not clear now, but things will always be made clear soon, every time. So I need for you to be grounded in the fact that you know that great things are happening, that yes, right now is a weird time, but you cannot be swept up by the emotions of life every time. You can't be swept up by the emotions of life every time. Like, okay, emotions come and go, emotions rise and fall, but not every situation has to make you feel wishy-washy. Be grounded. Be grounded. Stand still. That's also what I'm getting here. Stand still. I know you want to put your attention here, there, and anywhere, everywhere, but remain centered. Remain centered in who you are. And that's actually what I'm going to be talking about in today's lesson of how to validate yourself. I'll get to that very shortly. And also anyone else who wants a reading, a one-card reading, just like what I'm doing now, just let me know down in the comments below. I got you. And yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm receiving the energy of you really need to remain centered in who you are. Like who you are at your core. Because you're more than just your circumstances, and I hope you know that. You are more than your circumstances. And you need to really remain grounded and centered in who you are, so you don't allow these situations to completely swallow you whole. Because it's not the situations that are making you feel this type of way. It is your belief systems. It is how you were raised. It is your conditioning that is making you feel this type of way. Please stop blaming this person. Please stop blaming this place. Please stop blaming this situation for your inner turmoil and the storm within. Because we can only have a storm within when we create it. Of course, people can harm us. Of course, there are certain situations that we do not like. Of course, there are certain places we do not like. But let me tell you that if you change the place, if you change the location, if you change the person, and if you change the situation, those feelings would still be there. Those feelings would still be there. So don't remain wrapped up in why you feel like life isn't fair. So allow things to rise and fall. Once again, like I always say, allow your emotions to rise and fall, but you need to remain centered in who you are, knowing who you are at your core. So you can be like, you can observe the situation, you can observe the person, you can observe everything from an outside standpoint and be like, you know what? This may suck right now. This may suck right now, but I'm okay. My arm isn't broken. I still have a roof over my head. I still have resources available to me. And even if I don't, it'll come to me when I allow it. So once again, I'm just going to wrap it up here. Not so silent. Let me know if this resonates. But yes, you are good to go. You are good to go. I just need you to not be so swept up by the emotions of life and trust in the divine order and chaos of life, because you are fine at your core. You are limitless. You are limitless. And that's actually what I want to go to. So anyone who wants another reading, let me know. But I want to also use this as a segue for my today's lesson, and it's how to validate yourself. So you validate yourself by knowing who you are. Not so silent. Wow, thank you. I will try to apply the knowledge you just mentioned. I'm so glad that you appreciated it, dear, and I'm so glad it resonated. Yeah, because once again, as I'm using this as a segue to get to today's lesson, which is how to validate yourself. And you validate yourself, number one, by knowing who the hell you are. Knowing who the hell you are. Because, look, we think we're just humans. And that is A-okay because we've been conditioned to believe that. But at our core, we are limitless. At our core, we honestly, life is a game and life is a dream. And I'm not saying don't take it seriously, because once again, like what I said in the last card I just pulled, which was definitely an earth grounded stability type card. Thank you for the hearts. We need to play the game of life in order to win. We need to play the game of life in order to win. So I'm not saying just be dreamy and just like, screw off and don't take things seriously. You are serious and you are not at the same time. You are a dream and you are matter at the same time. You are energy and you are an animal at the same time. So you have to work both in concert. But honestly, even your body is just straight up vibrating atoms microscopically. So I need for you to remember, if you zoomed out more, if you look, let's get out. Let's zoom over. Let's create a picture, and you are flying above your house right now. You are flying above your city right now. You are flying above your state or your province or your country right now. That's what I was going to ask about, validating myself. You're right on time, Paul. How's it going, everyone that just joined? Once again, if you want a one card pull, let me know in the comments. But right now I'm moving on to our lesson, and I'll get to your reading in a second. But right now I'm talking about our lesson for today, which is how to validate yourself. Because I received the download today, because I know that's something that we all struggle with. And once again, going back to what I said, zooming above your house, zooming above your city, zooming above your state, zooming above your country, zooming above your continent. Like flying up as if you were in you had a jetpack. And when you're in a plane, everything looks like ants. Zoom above that. Zoom above the earth. Zoom into looking at the galaxy, into our solar system. Zoom in deep into the universe. Did you know that the universe is infinite? That it has no end, and it actually has no beginning? And that it's constantly expanding? And that it's mostly dark matter? Remember that at your core, or who you are a blip in the how can I explain this? I don't think we can all comprehend the fact that we are so small. We are literally a bing in the history of the universe ever. Billions and billions of people have existed before us, and they will exist after us. This is our shot in this vessel now, because our spirit has come back more and more. Our soul has been here before. your mission is much higher than what you've been conditioned to believe. I need for you to understand that once again, we're zooming out. We're in a jetpack and we've zoomed above the universe. We're deep into the universe, millions of light years away, where there is no end or no beginning. There is no end and no beginning to your essence. You are limitless. You are infinite. You are powerful. You are unbreakable. You are invincible. Yes, you may break an arm. Yes, somebody can hurt you. Yes, money can run out. Yes, you can be thrown onto the street. Yes, awful things can happen in our lives, but we are still here. We are still here. You are still here. You've made it past the worst point of your life, and you can tell the story of how you overcome. How amazing is that? You are alive. You are soul incarnate. You are energy of the universe incarnate. You're the energy of the stars, the planets, the Big Bang. Did you know that the universe... First of all, let me just back up here. Did you know that the universe is not God, or the universe is not the source energy that we think it is?
There's a rhythm in the market.
We think that the universe is what we call God. No. God or divine created the universe. We are inside of the mind of God or source energy. We're all being dreamed up right now. We're all being dreamed up right now, and we're all like little facets of source energy expressing itself in human form. Isn't that amazing? Like literally, this is not even just woo-woo stuff. Look it up. This is quantum physics. This is literally basic quantum physics. We are all vibrating atoms. Your experience is real, but everything is being dreamed up by the divine. So, and you are your own little universe. So that means you get to decide. That means you are the creator of your own story. That means you are the operating power of your destiny. What does other people have to do with that? What does other people have to do with the fact that you are a limitless universe within that can create anything they wanted to as long as it doesn't hurt anybody? What validation do you need from somebody when you at your core is limitless? What validation or approval do you need from somebody that you can't already give yourself? Do you know when someone gives you a compliment and you don't believe it because you don't feel it already? That's what validation is. You validate yourself before you actually seek approval from other people. Because what other people have to say or think or feel about us has nothing to do with our success. Yes, it may have a lot to do with our survival, especially in our evolutionary history, but not anymore. You can find other better people. We have online communities. We have other ways that you can find better friends, better jobs. What does other people and their validation, what does other people's opinions have anything to do with your success, with your personhood, with your belief systems? It is all a choice. You get to choose. You are the deciding factor here. Of course, you are in co-creation with the divine because we are all facets of the divine. And we're expressing it in general here on this limited plane. There's a lot of limitations here in rules and laws. But at the end of the day, you get to will things into being. Nobody can give that for you. No one can do that for you. So the number one way to validate yourself is to remind yourself who the hell you are. You are source energy incarnate. You are the creator. You are the deciding factor of your destiny. You are the operating power of your reality. You are limitless. You are powerful. You are infinite. Even if your body doesn't make it to tomorrow, you will come back as something else to recreate or to reenact what karma needs to be brought out within your soul. So, yes, this form may be temporary, but you will always exist. No one can stop that for you. Nothing can stop that from you. And you are in this vessel. You are in this vessel right now for whatever reason. And you need to be grateful that you are alive. You need to be grateful that you are alive. Because a lot of us take that for granted. We wake up every day. We once again seek the approval of others. And I understand that approval has kept us alive. Approval, and we still have ancient DNA. So I'm not going to talk mess about that. However, our consciousness has not elevated that much. We're learning and we're growing bit by bit. But you need to remember that you are alive. And that is the most amazing thing anyone could experience, or any spirit can experience. Do you understand? That's the reason why, possessions happen and things like that. Spirit wants to taste things. Spirit wants to touch things. Because spirit can manifest things like that. Spirit thinks that it's fun to go through this roller coaster ride that humans can go through, that animals can go through, that plants can go through. Because, of course, I'm sure they can express emotions in their plane. But, we get to, actually experience the fruits of matter. And, of course, we should always operate from our spirit self, our soul self, our higher self, our quantum self. Because that is going to be the guiding system to let us go through life authentically. Using the arms and legs of this physical vessel to carry things through. But it's our emotions, it's our thoughts, it's the fact that we can perceive that makes life so amazing. We get to see a sunset. We get to watch the seasons change. We get to see babies laughing and listening to babies laughing. We get to experience orgasm. We get to delve deep into our passions and our pleasures. We get to do it all. We get to do things to the best of our ability. And when you validate yourself and you have that self-validation already built up within you, you realize that your internal world is everything. You are filling up your own cup that it runneth over. And then you can peacefully engage with the outer world. So it brings me to my next point that I mentioned last week in my reading as well, my last live, talking about how to gatekeep your energy, and that is to be internally focused. Be very internally focused, because once again, you are your own universe. Not only do we exist in the universe inside the mind of source, because once again, the universe is the mind of source energy. We're being dreamed up by it right now, and we're also operating from it right now as lower forms of it, because we're in matter. The energy comes into lower vibration when it trickles into matter, crystallizes into matter, which is why it is the human journey to return back to the self, to understand your intuition, your what your soul wants you to do in this plane, the karmas that you need to play out. So you need to be very internally focused, and a lot of people are going to confuse that with being selfish and being rude and narcissistic and blah 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 blah. Old news. Boring. There is nothing horrible or harmful about being internally focused. You need to be internally focused. When you're so focused on the external world, did you know that your external world is a reflection of what's going on internally? Think about it. When you think about a car, when you think about a purple car or a black chicken, or pink Christina Aguilera monsters, it's going to pop up the more you focus on it. The more you believe, you perceive. The more you believe in something, you perceive it. So remember that your focus determines what you perceive in life. That comes from your belief systems. That comes from your past pain and traumas. That comes from all the repressed emotions that you shoved deep down inside for years and years, only for it to come up to haunt you, because what you resist persists without fail. Because it wants you to come to feel it. It wants you to release it so you can clear it. And it cannot be a part of your experience anymore. So when you focus on something, your focus is everything. Your focus is everything. And when you're internally focused, when you focus on your inner world of thoughts, feelings, your lifestyle, your environment, the people you keep around, just the energy that you you feed yourself, your self-talk, your just like what you consume on a daily basis, not even eating. This goes for your media. This goes for, once again, the people in your life. This goes for everything. Once you are internally focused, you will realize people will treat you accordingly. And that doesn't mean seeking validation from them. That means that they will respect you rather than you trying to get them to like you. Because when you respect yourself, that means you're going to take care of yourself. That means you're going to hold yourself to a higher esteem. That means you're going to hold yourself with your head held high. That means you're going to be, grooming. You're going to be moving. You're going to be delving deep in your passions, whatever that is for you. You're going to be compassionate. You're going to be kind. You're going to eat well. You're going to sleep well. You're going to be so healthy, so well, so vibrant, so peaceful, so blissful, so abundant within. Your light shines outward. And people cannot help but respect somebody who takes care of themselves, somebody who holds themselves to a higher esteem, someone who takes themselves seriously, but also can laugh at themselves here and there. That's why people are so attracted to confident people. It's not that we want to even just be like them, which is probably an unconscious way of what we think, but it's the fact that you can't help but respect a confident person, and therefore, are you going to talk mess to a confident person who takes care of themselves? No. Because they're not going to talk mess about themselves. They're not going to talk mess to other people. They're not going to miss a beat when it comes to their health, wellness, and ascension, and their inner growth and their personal development. These people are constantly ascending, constantly growing, constantly rising to the occasion. And you can't help but respect somebody who does something like that. How can you disrespect somebody who takes themselves that seriously, who is that confident, who is that serious and focused on their wellness? Like, what? Oh, Erica, hey. Oh my God, I've been missing your lives. Glad I caught you. I'm glad you caught me too, dear. Yeah, and I was just getting right into it. I realized that I am like such a preacher. Oh my God, it's so funny. I haven't even been reading any comments. I've just been going on and on. But hello to everyone that just joined. I'm talking about how to validate yourself. And I'm also doing live readings. I'm doing a 1-card pull for anybody who wants a general question. I'm doing my shadow work readings. That's what I do professionally. My readings are not about like love. They're not about things. They're talking about how to transmute your darkness so you can turn it into empowerment. So if you want a general question, let me know in the comments and I'll get to you as soon as I can. But back to the lesson of how to validate yourself. So what I was just talking about is being internally focused. You need to focus on yourself. When you seek validation from others, let me give you an example. Let me give you a very recent example. How do I want to word this? So, I remember a time where I was in an environment where I wanted to be very nice to everybody. I wanted to be kind. I wanted to show them that I'm compassionate because of my past people-pleasing characteristics that I have squashed and transmuted, released and transmuted. But I remember the first time I met this woman. Let's call her Casey. I don't know why. It just came to my head. Let's call her Casey. The first minute... okay, Paul, you want one? I'll give you a 1-card reading. I'm just going to give you my example of this lesson, and I'll get to your reading, Paul. Thank you for your patience in advance. But Casey, I met her and she gave me stink vibes. You never know with people. You never know if people are jealous. You never know if they're just haters. You never know if they're just going through stuff. So she gave me stink vibes when I first met her, and it was okay because I didn't take it personally, because I am very internally focused. I focus very much so on my health, wellness, and growth. As you all know, that's what I'm here for as a self-mastery teacher and intuitive healer. That's what I do. And so I was like, okay, that was kind of stink. But okay, that's fine. I always try to get into this woman's good graces. I've noticed. Now that I'm looking back, I almost tried to get into her good graces every time, because she would still give me that energy, but I just thought it was just me perceiving it that way. And no, it comes to fact with a lot of my inner work that I've been doing, because I always like to grow and ascend and take care of myself and be internally focused. I realized that she was being stank towards me. I didn't realize she was playing at me to my face. I don't know if she's been talking mess. I don't care. But yeah, she has actually never been nice to me. And she has ignored me before. And I've noticed that. I peeped that. She gave me hot and cold vibes, passive aggressive vibes. And I chose to ignore it because I thought I was being the rude one. I thought I was being the judgmental one. No. I was focusing too much on her validation. I wanted, because I will say, I'm not jaded when it comes to people. I love people. I had weird experiences with people in my life, but I also have had great experiences with people in my life. Hence the reason why I want to help you lovely darklings with your ascension journey, with my business. Also, my link is pinned in case you want to get your reading with me. I also do one-on-one coaching, and I'm going to be doing group coaching very, very soon. So I had to really realize, okay, girl, you're really trying so hard. And I didn't go out of my way. I still just greeted her and stuff like that, and still was very warm and friendly around her. There was a point in time where I was like, wow, she really is ignoring you, Jamila. What are you doing? Why do you need her validation? And with doing my inner work, I realized that I want people to be nice to me. I didn't understand why she wasn't nice to me, but I don't have to understand. I don't have to understand. I'm nice to me. I love me. I give me validation. And I'm going to give you some affirmations of how I got myself out of it in just a second. So before I do that, I'm going to do your Paul McCullough, if you're still here, dear. I'm going to be doing your 1-card pull of your general reading. And I'll be doing probably one more reading during this lesson. And then I'll stop there and we'll continue with the lesson of how to validate yourself. But hello to everyone that just joined. I'm just doing live shadow work readings right now, just a 1-card pull that I'll spend like barely 5 minutes on, because I can go on, and I love readings as a professional tarot reader and an intuitive healer. So I'll just get right onto it, Paul. So give me 1 second as I get to your question, or your general question. Stop. Okay, let's see what this card is, Paul. And Paul, let me know if this resonates with you. Oh my God. You got 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords. Paul, I need for you to, and I say this with love and compassion, I need for you to stop putting your heart on your sleeve. You're giving way too much of yourself to people. You're giving way too much of yourself to people. And once again, let me know if this resonates as I go on. You are, and I remember you commented earlier asking about how to validate yourself. This is a great lesson for you, because I need for you right now to remind yourself, not everyone needs to have a piece of you. Not everyone gets to have a piece of you. And if you also need more insight on that, you can go to my last live. I did a live almost a week ago about how to gatekeep your energy for inner peace and growth, or something like that. I need for you to really be so stingy with your energy, and I've been learning this more and more lately with my inner work practice, is that, yes, and just with my example, we want to give our heart to people as people who are compassionate, as people who understand that other people are going through things. We have a lot of empathy. We want to show our kindness. We want people to understand, especially as darklings, I'm sure you are. You know, people have a preconceived notion of who we are. They probably think we're evil. They probably think we're mean. They probably think we're nasty. All those types of things. But I need for you to not always show your heart to everybody, because you need to gatekeep your energy a lot more. That's what I'm getting with this card, Three of Swords. You are showing your heart too much to people who do not deserve it, and you've been burned too many times. You've been burned too many times. I feel like it's been with romance. I think it's been with friends, and I think it's been with coworkers. And that's what I'm getting intuitively right now. I need for you to really sniff out, even if it makes it look weird. Yes, Paul, I can feel it. You give everyone everything. I can feel it, Paul. I can feel it. And you know what? It is okay. Do not judge yourself. Do not shame yourself. Do not feel guilty. Love the part of yourself that feels like you need that type of validation from people. Love the part of yourself that feels scared of rejection. Because I'm telling you, y'all, I'm going to get to this in my next point on how to validate yourself. When we want validation from other people, when we want that approval so bad, we are so scared of rejection, it hurts. Intuitively or unconsciously, especially in the animal brain, because we're still animals, especially in our evolutionary history, we know that standing out from the crowd or having the community or the tribe not approve of you can get your ass kicked out, and you can get killed. You can get very badly hurt. And not having that type of shelter and community is very dangerous, even now in our modern world. Not having community is dangerous, and not having shelter sucks. So we innately feel like it's very instinctual for us to want that approval and validation from people. But I need for you to know that you need to gatekeep your energy. I understand that there are people in your life that you want to impress. There are people we want to impress so bad. We want their favor. We want their attention. We just want their likes. We want their likes. That's why social media is so crazy for us, because we want people's likes. We want people's views. We want people's comments. We want to go viral. We think that's real validation, but it's not. The validation we get from other people mean nothing. Validation from people mean nothing if you do not validate yourself. If you don't recognize the mini universe within you, if you don't recognize the soul within you, if you don't recognize that you are in the mind of God, the mind of source, the mind of divine, that you're being dreamed up right now, if you don't realize the infinity that you are, if you don't realize the divinity of that who you are within, that you are so powerful, so amazing, so dynamic, so magical, nothing anybody else can say can help you get to that place. Because at the end of the day, all we're seeking is love. All we are seeking is love. But you know what? We need to give that unconditional love, acceptance, and peace to ourselves first. It matters every time. I don't care how much of a buzzword it sounds like. I don't care how cliche it sounds like. But it is 1,000,000% true. And that's why earlier I was talking about being very internally focused. Thank you for the hearts. That's why I was talking about being very internally focused. Because when you focus on yourself within your inner world, because your inner world, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. If you don't approve of yourself, no one's going to even really approve. That energy is not going to translate. That energy is not going to translate. So we see people not approving of us or not validating us because we don't approve of ourselves. I'm telling you, we need to focus on our inner world. That is what my job is, my career is, my passion and mission is as a self-mastery teacher and a life mastery coach, an intuitive healer, is to get you to transform your inner world so you can transform and become the person you want to be. Divine embodiment. Doing your shadow work, transmuting your fears, transmuting your past beliefs, transmuting the old person you were to empower you to become who you're supposed to be. Because that's how you get the life you want. Becoming the person. Becoming the person who has that thing, because you can give it to yourself now. That's why I'm talking about with validating yourself. You don't need the external validation from other people when you can give it to yourself already. You have the emotions already. So yes, Paul, I'm glad that resonated with you, darling, because it makes sense. It makes sense. I can feel it in this card. I can definitely feel it in this card. And it's hard not to give everyone everything. But once again, like I said in my last live, to gatekeep your energy, like, not everyone deserves everything of us. I actually chopped up a clip to put in my, to add to my, to make a post to it, very soon. But it's so true. We can't give everyone everything. They have to prove themselves worthy of our love and attention in that way. Everyone is worthy of love. Everyone's worthy of community, attention, blah, blah, blah. But maybe not ours. And that's on that. You're welcome, dear. Okay, I'm just closing out this question. But yes, y'all. And I'm going to get on to my last point of how to validate yourself, and it's some affirmations that I like to tell myself whenever I am feeling like I need the approval, the attention of anybody. So let me just close up this question. Okay. So whenever I catch myself wanting to overgive, whenever I catch myself wanting to say the right thing, whenever I catch myself wanting the attention of or the affection of a certain person, I always remind myself, especially when you look in the mirror, because I always do rampages of affirmations in this way. I always remind myself, this is what it is. It's very simple. I validate myself. I approve of myself. I qualify myself. And I authenticate myself. I repeat, whenever I catch myself in the moment, when I'm very conscious, aware, mindful, and present, when I am seeking the affections or the attention of a person that honestly does not deserve my energy or has not proven trustworthy of my energy, I always remind myself of these affirmations. I qualify myself. I authenticate myself. Oh, I love that. I qualify myself. I authenticate myself. I approve of myself. And I validate myself. I qualify myself. I authenticate myself. I validate myself. I approve of myself. In whatever order. It comes from you first. You get to decide. Nothing outside of you gets to determine or swindle or gets the permission to disrupt your internal world, because you get to choose at the end of the day, who do you want to be? How do you want to feel? Who deserves to be in your presence? What doesn't deserve to be in your presence? Because you get to choose. This is your world. This is your world. And this is above main character energy, because I think people get main character energy wrong. I don't think a lot of people understand what that truly means. But it really does mean that you live in your own universe and you get to decide what your path is. Your soul is trying to guide you. And the hardest thing we can do is to not operate from authenticity. So you need to really be very clear on who you want to be, how you want to feel, what path you're on in your life. Because that has nothing to do with outer people. Like, because people, I will say, people help you get to where you want to go. So you're living in a global community. So that's why I always say, heavily operate, heavily cultivate your inner world, but peacefully engage with the outer world. This means gatekeeping your energy, making sure that you are focused on your health, wellness, and growth with your lifestyle, with your environment, with your consumption, through media, through anything. And then you peacefully engage with the outer world because it is a reflection of your inner world. So you still give people love, compassion, understanding. But to a certain extent, because you still have boundaries, because you still respect yourself, so much so that you're focused on your inner world, that's going to be a reflection. However, if someone tries you, you know exactly what to do as a human, as an animal. So you're operating from the quantum self and you're operating from animal. But you always want to make sure you are being led by soul, led by spirit, led by your higher self. So you know where to go. So you know what feels authentic for you. So you know who to stay away from. So you know what places to stay away from. So you know what situations to stay away from. So you can always be on the right track. And honestly, you can't even make any mistakes because your body will tell you what's wrong. Your body will tell you what to stay away from. So nothing's a mistake. You just have to go for it. Try it out. You'll be rerouted by Source. Source always reroutes you. That's what rejection even happened. Like with rejection or with making mistakes or whatever, you will always be rerouted on a path that gets you closer and closer to where you want to be anyway, even if it doesn't look like it, because it's always going to be made clear soon. So once again, how to validate yourself, you remind yourself of who you are as an infinite, divine, limitless, powerful being. You realize that you have to fill up your own cup by focusing on your inner world and being deep in your inner focus. And yes, every day you amp yourself up. You amp yourself up as a divine being in human form. You're grateful for being alive. You're happy and healthy where you are. You love the people around you. Your environment is fantastic. You don't need anybody to tell you who you are. You know who you are at your core. So that's what I'm saying. You validate yourself by, once again, remembering who the hell you are, being grateful for being alive, and filling up your own cup through your holistic health and wellness and growth. So yes, my loves, thank you so much for joining me today. I had such a great time. I am probably not going to do any more readings because I need to go to the gym in like probably 10 minutes. I've had a long day and I love doing readings, but I can go on and on forever. But yes, the gym awaits. But yes, if you want to book your reading with me, the link is pinned to this. Or you can just go to madamemystikanoir.com/book.online. Once again, madamemystikanoir.com/book-online. You can also click the link in my bio and check out any of my posts that are coming up. I just look forward to working with you. I know we're going to have such a great time together and just transmute together. But yes, much love, and until next time, my lovely darklings. Bye-bye.